Hello, guys. How are you? How was your week? This is Onika McLean. I am one of your hosts. This is Enough is Enough 2020. I am accompanied with my co-host, Talent Harris. Yeah, Talent the comedian. Let's give it up for him. And Shawn Cornelius. Let's give it up for him, guys. Thank you guys for another great episode of Enough is Enough. Today, we're going to have a special guest. It's going to be exciting, exuberant. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about a little bit of wealth, because health just rhymes with wealth. And then we're going to talk about police, good and bad. We're going to talk about voting. You see Shawn's backdrop says vote, vote, vote. It's time to vote, vote, vote. So thank you guys for your time. And what we need you to do, this is the time that we all go to our networks, because we have to share. It's all about sharing. It's all about sharing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stop. I'm going to go to Shawn Cornelius's page. He has on a white shirt, Shawn Cornelius. Go down a little bit and share this link. Share this link to 3 places. Share this link inside your messenger. Share this link inside any groups that you're in, and then share it to your pages. We'll be right back. Thank you guys for taking your time to hang out with us. This is Enough is Enough.
Definitely. So welcome, guys. Until Onika comes back, we are definitely looking forward to our guest tonight to talk on like a broad spectrum of topics. So T, how was your weekend, man?
Hey, my weekend was fantastic. I'm in the best mood I've been in a long time, fam. You know what I mean? I had lost one of my dogs. My dog is back home.
Okay.
So that just took me over the top in great moods. You know what I mean?
Good deal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So then, I had, some shows this weekend, seen some real good comedy. And then Sunday football was fantastic and competitive. So then this morning I got up, Motivation Monday was great. Both of them. I just had a good ass run, man. I'm ready. The week is over as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. That's blessed, man. Blessed. Everything was good on this end too. Very, very productive for me, creative wise. Made some music, edited one of my short films that I shot last week. I got a couple of shorts that I'm working on now. So edited something, put out the trailer, and just this morning got up and voted. Got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go with my aunt, to take my aunt to go vote. And yeah, it was great. It was good, man. It felt good. Always, how we do. We got there about 6:15 here in the Bronx. There was a line around the corner, then halfway up the block. Stood on that for a second, then found out that they was ready for the senior citizens. So I was telling people earlier today, man, look, all you gotta do is find yourself a senior citizen, and you could. I ain't telling you jump the line. I'm just telling you that's what happened today.
Yeah, jump the line.
I took my aunt to the front, and I went right along there with her to escort her. And when she walked in, I walked in. It was really smooth inside. People are talking about they've had to stay online for 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever. Now I'm sure that has happened, but it was really cool this morning for us getting there. Everything was organized here in the Bronx. Took care of it. It opened up at 7. We was in at 7:15, out by 7:30.
So you jumped the line.
I did jump the line.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, fam. That's how you gotta do that sometime. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No hustle, no bustle, no fuss, just quiet. Sometimes we think we got to make noise. I was just as quiet and walk right on behind my aunt. It was all good.
Sometimes you got to do that, bro. Sometimes we got to just, take charge and do the right thing. I mean, you did the right thing. At the same time, you did the wrong thing. You did the right thing because you had your aunt.
Yeah, so that was priority. Look out for her. And
did you check to make sure who she voted for? Because sometimes did she have her readers on?
All right, see, now you're going after my aunt now, see?
I'm not going after your aunt. I just want to make sure that she voted for the right person.
How you know my aunt need readers? You don't know my aunt like that.
You need readers. Huh? I'm just saying that blindness is hereditary in the family.
Ain't nobody blind. Ain't nobody blind though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You wear glasses too. Look at you blinking.
I need readers. I don't need regular glasses. I went to the eye doctor again today. 20/20 vision. My left eye just be so dry.
Then you don't have 20/20 vision.
I do. Okay, it's 20/20. It's just I have dry eye syndrome.
All right, let's get back to what you said about my aunt. She did have her readers on. She did. She checked
okay,
right.
Good. She had her readers on, so you made sure. What you said to her after? Because when I try to take people to vote, I'd be like, it was so good voting for Biden, right? See what they say.
See, my aunt is not one of the old school, older people, senior citizens. Like she thinks she's still 25, 35. So I can't tell her nothing. She don't even want me to drive. I'm like, you want me to drive home? No, I got it. I'm good. But I drove home. So she was good. She was hopping along. And she said, I should have brought my walker. And I said, no, that's going too far. You don't need that walker. You don't need that walker.
But sometimes if you bring the walker, you get into different places. It's better.
Well, she had a cane.
Yeah.
That was enough. We ain't got to go that extra.
Enough is enough.
Thank you.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. The dude is wilding.
So it was good. Yeah, I was. It was really cool. I got it done. Voted early, got it over with, and there was a lot of people out there. So again, as we continue to talk every week and tell people to go and vote,
tomorrow.
Man, it was really nice to see those numbers out there.
Yeah, it was great to see the turnout. You're talking over 60+ million early voting, dude. This is how you know. You can kind of tell by the early voting of who's voting and what's about to happen. You feel it. I feel it.
Right.
You feel it's going to be a change coming?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's a statement going to be made. Like, it's one thing to change, right? There's another thing of these numbers that come in and the whooping, you know, they're talking about this heavy, not being close, landslide. Like, that to me is a statement. That's the country making. Just winning, we've sat through some close things the last few. So it's like, okay, a little more than half the country want this, half the country want that. But this type of thing is a statement, is a climate. You know what I mean? When you see somebody lose nowadays, because when the last time we seen a landslide or something?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, so, not a long time, right?
Yeah,
because
so when
that's how you know you can steal the vote. Yeah,
that's a national statement, you ask me. You know what I mean?
You know what was great too? It wasn't just, I saw the numbers, the ages, you know, from the older people down to the younger folks were out there. I'm talking about, you know, they looked like they were in their 20s out there, 6 o'clock in the morning online, ready to vote and do their thing. You know, so that was very inspiring because we had this conversation. We talk about it basically every week, but to get the young people out there to do, you know, to do what they do. I know there was one cat that was 18. This was his first time voting. He was out there in the line, and he made it clear he was voting for Biden. He made it clear. You know what I mean? So
I mean, ain't no rule against that. The only thing you can't do, let me tell you something, for the people that's watching because we got a lot of first-time voters who may or may not know the rules. Do not go down there with anything on that's on the ballot. You can't wear anything promoting any direction or any bias of anything on the ballot. Like, for example, they tried to turn this white dude away for early voting in one of the states because he had a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on. And he called the supervisors because he's like, Black Lives Matter is not a
political group, right?
And it's not on the ballot. It'd be different if it was on the ballot, like, do we do this for Black Lives Matter or whatever? It's not on the ballot. So if it's not on the ballot, you can wear it. You know, if early parole is on the ballot, you got a shirt on, say, hey man, support early parole. Can't go in. Can't go in. So
yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry. I was going to say we have someone who comes on here weekly, and her son did that. So she comes on tonight. I'm gonna ask her whether or not she wants, because she told me about it. Her son actually went to vote with a Biden mask on, and they made him cover it up.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And you can't do it
because he's on the ballot. You know what I mean? Exactly. And it's funny because I never knew that until this dude got into the confrontation. Like, the dude told me he couldn't come in, so he had to go get 2 supervisors. And the funny thing is, nobody there knew the rules. They had to make some calls. Probably had to call the damn White House. So nah. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, man. I got to be honest, I didn't know either. I want to say what's up to the folks over on Facebook. T-Bone D. Matthew says it's just comedy talent. Matthew,
what's good, baby?
Matthew.
Shell says hello, everyone. Estelle Gale says hello. So we got people over. We got about 10 folks over on Facebook right now watching.
Facebook, those 10 people, Michelle, Matthew, all of you guys, please share this into your messenger or in your story or on your pages if you so please. Thank you. This is going to be a great conversation, and the more the merrier.
Right.
The good thing is we got about 20 shares on it already.
Dope.
So that's dope. Let me shout some people out. Got D. Shout out to D. Shout out to Shell T. Shout out to Stephanie McCrae. What up, Steph?
Hey,
Fellow
Steph,
comedian.
happy birthday, Stephanie. Stephanie's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, belated
Oh,
birthday,
happy
Steph.
birthday. Oh, my goodness. Steph getting up was 62, 63?
She 40, I think. She just
Oh.
turned 40. It was the big 404.
Oh, 40. Oh.
And it's the same man that
I
gave
want
me.
one of those hats.
That's the same man that gave me advice about women a few minutes ago. Here you go. I can't follow your advice, T.
No, Stephanie was just working with me Tuesday in my room in Jersey. Was it the first night? Second night, grand opening, grand closing. No, for real. You know why? Because it's in the city of Newark, and they just passed the ordinance starting today. They changed all the times. They're kind of like rolling back the lockdown, so to speak, for the restaurants and the bars. So they want everybody shut down and closed at 8 p.m.
Damn.
Yeah. So that just took effect today.
I wonder if people working from home, can you have like a day party, like a day comedy party?
Yeah, you still could do, and you can do your own thing as a person. You still got that social gathering up to 50 people, I think it is. That's considered a social gathering. Like you can't have no more than that around, and you have to have the space for it.
50 people in your house?
I'm saying you have to have the space for it.
Okay.
So see, wait, is that just Jersey or that's all over?
No, that's national. Like the state social gathering.
Yeah. It was 50%.
50 people, not 50%. Yeah. So let's say you in what was we just doing? Like I was in a ballroom. Ballroom hold about 300-400, but they had to situate it with 50 people and space the tables out and use all the space because social distancing.
Okay.
When I go back to Rochester next month, same thing. I can't let more than 50 people in the room. And the crazy thing is, it's bigger as ballroom, but they mean 50 people. So like, let's say I sell 50 tickets and it's me, you, and Onika on the show. We got to be outside the room until we go on stage.
Wow.
Oh, God.
That would be over 50 people.
Right. Wow.
So you're out in the little lobby outside the door of the ballroom waiting to be called up. And when you call up and you go up, I got to go out and wait for you to say goodnight. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's real. I did a show. I went to a show Saturday in Pennsylvania, and they got the restaurant thing where if you're going to serve alcohol, if you're going to buy alcohol, you have to buy food to buy alcohol. You can't just come in and go, let me get a beer. You want a beer, then you want these wings.
Right.
Well, that's Onika, we know this specific or a certain club that's not doing shows indoors. They want comics to come and do outdoor shows on the street.
I went past there.
Did you do a show there?
So what had happened was I had said, okay, right? And then I went there and I was like, nah. And because I felt like sick. No, I don't know. This is live recording. But what it was, it just was like, it's too much competing. It's in the middle of that area and it's just too much. You screaming and hollering and no. And I was booked on a couple other things. So I just went and did my other spots.
Yeah, because that's when it was brought to my attention about it. And it's the location right there on the street, right there where traffic is not even 20 feet away from you. Then you got people walking back and forth.
But if it was a crowd, I would have done it. Because if I see an audience, it's in my spirit to perform, but it was no audience. So I was like, what are we doing?
Well, my thing is, I have a thing where Stephanie say, y'all crazy, can't stand you, tell. I have a thing where because I've been blessed to start doing shows with people who know how to do it. I'm not, until this thing is, we get a handle on it, I'm not going to do the ones that look like you in jeopardy. You know what I mean? And you uncomfortable, don't do it.
Right.
Like I said, I've been lucky enough to work with cats that when I walk in, I'm like, okay, they're doing the right thing. They're taking the temperature. They're making you wear the mask to enter until you sit down over your plate and all that stuff. And they're not letting you go to the bar. And, they're constantly making these. And that's the key in our line of work. You got to constantly make the announcements of what it is. You don't just say it one time or leave it one time. They keep reiterating and drilling it home so that everybody know. even though we out here, we still got to walk and move
You
carefully.
still got to move carefully. It's true.
Yeah.
It's working. I've been doing some shows inside and out.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's
so
working.
as we continue to talk about it, man, and I know obviously somewhat of how you feel by saying what you would do as far as shows. What are your thoughts on as far as they saying the numbers go and how you know, is this affecting you on a personal level of trying to do things outside of work? You know what I mean?
Well, so it's gonna. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm telling people. My observation and what I know from what people stand for, especially because it's political season. If in a hypothetical situation, 4 or 5 is reelected, if he wins the election, nothing's gonna change. We're gonna the way it is now. And he don't care if you sick or die. Like he's going to continue things open, economy. We got economy. Forget death. Forget your family dying. He doesn't care. He cares about the economy flowing and flourishing and being open. Now, if he loses, prepare for some sort of change and lockdown going forward by the new year. I don't think they would do it.
How so?
Well, I mean, the people
because the states are controlling it, though.
Well, yeah, but Biden has already said what he's going to do. You know, he's going to follow the top scientists. The top scientists are telling us right now, we just started the fall. There's a new wave coming. Mm-hmm. We should lock down to some sort of extent and be a little more cautious and try to get a handle on this thing for the next few months. Now, he's not going to be able to do anything until the first of the year when he's sworn in. You know what I mean? So until January 15th, whatever that day is, it's going to remain the same. But once he get in, expect that to be the first thing they do at the top of the year.
So 2021. So we still ain't coming back outside to July.
I'm not mad. First of all, it's winter. Who's mad? You got to be in a real warm state to care about that shit. Like it's cold, so you wasn't going to do much anyway. You know, things ain't open like that. Like, you know, the restaurants you went to, if they had an outdoor seating, you were cool. A lot of that stuff's going to go away once it really gets cold.
Well, they have the heaters outside, though.
Yeah, they tried. I went to a thing, they tried that. That didn't work. Unless your ass had a seat inside the heater. That's what VIP gonna be, Onika. The new VIP is a seat. You go, what does VIP come with for $50? Bitch, we put you in the heater. That's the new VIP. I'm telling you. They had the high-powered heaters. Yeah. But what happened was, see, here's the thing: is a catch-22. You know who's trying it, and I'm gonna go by there next month to see if it's working. I'm gonna wait till a nice cold day and go pop up on Stress Factory in Jersey. The Stress Factory has made the decision because originally they were like, you know what, we're gonna be out in this tent until December and then we're gonna take it inside. But because the numbers, that was them thinking the numbers would change where they could at least have 50%. They numbers ain't changed, so you're still at 25% or whatever it is. So they was like, they made the decision. They got on, put a video out, and let people know they're going to buy these heaters. Now, mind you, it may work for them because their thing is enclosed. So they got it enclosed all the way around, like the walls. See, a lot of people do the tent and not the walls. Right. So we'll see how it is.
I hit them up. I was like, yeah, can I perform there? I know y'all outside. They was like, you got a recommendation? Really, nigga, we outside. It's a pandemic. I still need a recommendation. I thought it changed. I thought I was going to be able to come up. I'm hitting these comedy clubs up. They're like, we don't know you. We do not know you, miss. I was like, okay.
You thought the pandemic changed a little bit of that ism?
Don't worry. I'm back in there in January. I'll bring you in. And then once they see you rip, they're gonna be all on you. Watch. Oh my God, what's your number? What's your card? Blah blah blah. They do that to everybody I break in there. Anybody that they don't know and come in there and rip, they do it to everybody. And then half those people become regulars. They call them, open up for people to come through an headline. They do it all the time because that's unfortunately the powers that be that sit at the top of the food chain, the club owners, the CEOs and all them. They have not one boot on the ground. So they don't know who's funny and who's doing what. Somebody has to tell them. It's always been like that.
Right. That's crazy. I was like, are you sure? I had this long thing with my bio. I was like, hey. It's like, if you don't get your black ass out of here, I said, oh, sorry.
There's a comment from Facebook. C. Johnson says, it isn't worth it. It's not worth life if people aren't following the rules anyway.
What that mean? Tell them.
That's going back
a little bit more.
That's going back to what we were talking about with the going out, going in places.
Well, it depends. Again, like I said,
it seems like it's a lighter strand, right?
It depends. Yeah, but here's the thing. According to that person that chimed in, you have to see the people who are doing it right before you say that across the board. Because I've seen it. I've seen a couple of people who, like they said, don't care. But I've seen the ones who do care, and they dope with it. I mean, hats off to a guy like Ray DeJean. Hats off to him. I'm talking about that dude. You know, people used to give him a lot of flack. Oh, Ray's a opportunist, this, that, the third, and he just doing that. This COVID thing hit, and I did about 10 shows with him since the summertime. The brother's on top of it.
And what's wrong with being an opportunist? I don't understand. That just wants an opportunity, right? What's the problem?
Well, everybody to a certain extent is an opportunity.
Right. Well, I think
as long as you're giving back, right? As long as there's a reciprocity.
But
right?
The people are mad at, okay, here's the thing. The people who do what they do, when somebody what we call or what we deem to be an outsider do it, then we look at it like, okay, it's just like actors, real true grit actors get mad at rappers who turn actors, comedians who get
they took the time to develop the thing.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's how a comic looks at. Ray comes from a promoter background. So he went from straight promoter to hosting his own events to working out as a stand-up comic. So to a person that know him as a promoter, he's gonna always see him as the opportunist. Like, dude, you're not like me. You know, you're not like me. You're trying to make the money that's there for me because you know how to make the money, but that's an opportunist of the realm that I'm in. People are always gonna get offended like that. NBA players used to get mad when they had to go through college and then they took people from high school.
Right. But if he has a skill set that he couples it with another skill set, that's what he's supposed to do. Like,
Listen, as long as you hire me, I give two shits.
Right.
Like, you know.
right.
Mm-hmm. You're right, because that's always going to be. It's always been that way. It's always going to be somebody who doesn't like something, going to say something, but it's that I think it's that their personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many people, you know, comics know another comic? Yeah, what do you think about so-and-so? Yeah, he kind of corny. He call you the next day. Hey, can you come do this show for $1,000?
My man.
How you doing, player? I was just talking about you.
It's true.
That's the game, bro.
That's the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's opportunity.
Oh my God, Onika.
What's up?
Alan and I spoke about our weekend and talked about things. How was your weekend, and what's your plans for the near future?
Oh, well, my weekend was dope because I've been hitting these stages like boom, boom, boom. You know how when your comedy start getting like amazing and you were saying crazy stuff like, I'm gonna kill you bitches. And then you be like, wait, I'm sorry. Whew. What's wrong? So I had some good sets. So I'm happy about that. And then I'm going to Jamaica for, I got a gig in Jamaica. So I'm happy about that too. Sweet. So I'll be gone. So I won't be here next week. Well, I'll be here from Jamaica next Monday. So I may be blacker because I ain't gonna bring my ring light.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get blacker though.
I could get blacker first of all.
I don't think so.
I could get blacker. I'm gonna be like Charles Black.
You going to the new Jamaica that's on the sun?
I'm going to the new Jamaica that's in the sun. How about that, nigga? And you go in.
You got the VIP ticket. You got the VIP ticket to sit inside the heater.
I'm gonna open up the sun like this. You go like this. It's gonna be like a new baby. I'll be like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
So while we continue to wait for Phyllis to come through, which we're going to talk about exercise and health and all that other stuff. Is anybody, Onika? Because I don't realize. Are you still doing your morning thing ritual?
Yeah. Transit talk. I'm doing it. I just haven't been doing it as much because I was studying for this test, which I took, and I didn't do that well, and now I got to freaking take it again. But so it is what it is. So I was trying to just focus my energies on advancing my life in the legal realm, so I'm doing it.
How's that going?
It's hard. but you know, it's worth it.
Good. I want to show y'all something real quick. Hang on.
I love to put more pressure on myself. I don't know what it is about me, but anytime I have it easy, I want it more. I want more.
Shout out to Sunny. Shout out to Sunny. Checked in.
What's
Shout out
Sonny
to
talking about?
Nancy. What up?
Hey, Sonny, what's up? Who else?
Nancy. We got CC Johnson. You know, that CC's the one that chimed in. Ain't worth your life. People not following the rules. Shell is in there. Shell T. I mean, again, you know, to each his own. Like, here's what I told myself beginning of COVID. I learned a lot. You learn a lot about yourself and about the world and the country, especially because we live here. We have to get into the habit of doing more individual strokes of assessment, meaning we're so used to broad stroke and everything and saying, hey, I'm not doing this because blah, blah, blah. Like that's easy to say. Everybody's don't win. We can't do that. We just don't know. Right. We have to spend more time dealing with stuff case by case. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you know,
I think that your health is important too. Like you have to like start really putting like zinc and vitamin C and elderberry, all those things. You have to really take your health by the hand and focus on it.
Tequila.
You think tequila kills the coronavirus?
I swear to you, I'm not bullshit. Let me tell you something. Tequila got to be the hand sanitizer for the inside. Let me tell you something. I literally was in a bar the week to 10 days before the actual shutdown. I come off the road because gigs starting to get canceled. I'm sitting in my local little watering hole, and about 8 to 12 people each night because there's nothing else to do. Everything shut down, so we in there congregating every night. In the course of the next 3 months, everybody that sat in that bar with me got sick. Other than only one not sick is you know who. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell? How is that possible? I'm the only one that was drinking tequila straight. Everybody else.
But wait, Mexico's numbers are high and they have tequila.
Yeah, but Mexico, you gotta understand something. Mexico is different because tequila is so common over there. They don't. You can do something so much that it has not the same effect. You understand what I'm saying? You know that. Everybody knows that. Like your body becomes different. Becomes
right.
Like a perfect example is this. The first thing I noticed 6 months in, I said to myself, I said, wow, you know what people not talking about? All the homeless people and crackheads we know, street dwellers, like for sure should die. They didn't even get sick. Right. And I asked a medical professional and who's dealing with this, and they said, oh, because you got to realize, so what people don't understand is if you're homeless, if you're living on the street, your body, the immune system adjusts to the outdoor living. So they have a stronger immune system, believe it or not, than a person who's living indoors.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It makes sense.
Because they say like when you wrap a baby up and you like protect them from the elements so much, you're actually hurting that baby because you're not giving that baby time to increase his immune system to fight off different things. Because okay.
That's amazing to me. That blew me away because I'm like, yo, we think we spend all this time thinking that we're more protected because we have shelter, we have heat in the house, we could close the window, we got food, we got drink. But in actuality, none of that's building the immune system. It's sheltering it. This guy's out there in the terrain, in the trenches of the weather, sleeping on the cold, hard ground, grass, gravel. Like he's going through, he's like Neanderthal in it. You know what I mean? And his body's adapting.
They said that our mask is nothing. They said that the mask is kind of like hindering us as well, because what we're doing is breathing in those toxins back and forth.
Nothing's getting out, and they want you to go over your nose. Everything you're breathing out is coming right back in. And it's affecting
well, that's why there has to be some sort of time you give yourself in the mask and out of the mask. Like you can't be just in the mask for a work day. You can't, I'm going to work 8 hours, we got to wear the mask. You can't wear the mask 8 hours straight. You can't.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. I know you can't see because of my background.
I can't see because you don't have a light on.
What is it?
Now, this whole time, it's a bike helmet.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm saying, since we started talking about health and exercise and doing things, I got a bike now and I'm riding.
You just now getting a bike?
I have a stationary bike, but I got a
No,
mobile
I'm talking
bike.
about a real bike. Every grown man should have a bike.
No, I just got
I got 2 bikes, and I just put them in last month for tune-ups because this is my time. This is the time I like to ride.
So you ride on a regular?
Absolutely. You're supposed to.
No, I just got it, man.
Oh, I bought 2 bikes. I bought Schwinn's, and they stole them every time around my way.
Recently, Schwinn's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Schwinn's top notch. I got a Schwinn.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Schwinn mountain bike.
No, I got like a mountain bike, but no, I've been riding and I've been saying all summer, get a bike, ride. And I
Why don't
didn't.
you just do the city bike?
Huh?
Why didn't you do the city bike?
Because through the summer, I ain't going nowhere to ride nothing with Corona going on. I'm up here.
Okay, that's not what you were supposed to be doing. You know you got underlying issues. You got the gout and you black.
Yeah, but your eye drips. What's wrong with you? Your eye drips. So why are you talking about my eye? You can't ride a bike because your eyes messed up. You see,
why black people say the gout?
Right. That is so black.
You know you got the gout.
Yo, you got the gout.
See,
sound like
look,
a monster in a scary movie, The Gout.
You should have been on that
I'm
bike,
riding.
Shawn.
Huh?
You should have been on that bike. You got to ride. You got to get that heart rate up.
I have my stationary bike. I ride daily.
No, but you got to keep that heart rate up. You know you ain't got no girlfriend, so you know that heart.
How you know what I got back here? I don't have you as a girlfriend.
Let me see. I don't see no pictures.
Look down below. Look down below.
Let me see. I don't see where you get. I don't see nobody in there. Okay,
so the man said, "Look down below."
And she's dark, Onika. She's dark. Like you say, you're gonna be black when you come to Jamaica. You can't see her.
Oh, you got a black girlfriend? How black is she? Lapita black?
She's so black.
Lapita or Wesley? Which black is she?
Onika black.
Stupid. Basically, Shawn, the stationary bike is a waste of money. You know why? Because you can't ride but so much and not see nothing different. It becomes real stagnating and boring. If you do 2-3 miles and you're looking at the same curtain, you're like,
it's facing the TV, brother. We have TVs here. Now you talking like Onika, like I ain't got nothing in my house.
Who's we? Who you live with, Shawn?
Mind your business. They got them North Carolina eyes. Give me the black eyes. Don't give me the black eyes.
I thought, Shawn, I thought you lived alone. Oh.
I kind of do.
What?
I kind of do. Don't be. Look, we on Facebook.
Oh, you got. Let me look. I got to look at your Facebook status. It must say it's complicated. It says complicated.
There's an entanglement downstairs here in the basement.
Oh shit! You tangling bitches up. Woo. I think you can go to jail for that. R. Kelly went to jail for entangling women.
Are you really putting me in the same category as R. Kelly now?
I'm just saying entangle. Like you can't entangle. It's like.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No.
R. Kelly is in jail because he was texting Bill Cosby. He is not in jail.
You know, he got beat up a few weeks ago from what we heard.
But no, he did. But you know what's funny about that? This is how serious that is, right? They so hell-bent on keeping him locked up. They went back to court 3 times for a reason to let him out, because the initial reason is we got to lock him up because he's R. Kelly. He's a flight risk. So they come back with how broke he is, blah, blah, blah. And what happened is the feds found a bank account with 1.9 in it of a small company R. Kelly set up with his boy that the royalties go to. So they say, nope, he got money. He's a flight risk. So then they go back and they come back now after the dude beat him up in there. You know why the guy beat him up?
Why?
Because of the protesters outside of the jail. You got protesters outside of the jail making a lot of noise. When they come out there, they get too loud and too rowdy. They put the prison on lockdown. So he's messing with people's time. Their time, out in the.
They can't visitors and stuff like that, right?
Phone calls, they can't get their visits, all that. So dude got fed up and got into it with him and beat him up. So they go back to court and say, see, you gotta let him out because he's endangered in there. This guy beat the shit out of him. So Big Still ain't let him out. They just transferred the dude.
Why don't you just put R. Kelly in like
Solitary confinement?
not solitary, but just
No, because he wanted to be in GP, general population. Yeah. R. Kelly, somebody told R. Kelly there's gonna be some young bitches out there, general population. So
It is. Young little boy with Kool-Aid on their lips and pumps.
I got to do a disclaimer again for this show again. This when I put this. So like sometimes we get really good. We get to a certain point.
He can fly. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, it's R. Kelly. It's fair game.
Yeah,
no.
R. Kelly is
we're
fair
talking
game
about
at this
some
point.
innocent bystander. He's in the news. So, like once you make the news, it's no longer defamation of character.
Once you got a bunch of chicks, and you see all those doggone documentaries on him, R. Kelly the monster. I mean, it's already been said. Everything is said.
You believe all those chicks?
Yeah.
Well, not
every
all.
last one of them.
I believe everyone that he got.
But
from
the ones that I'm a little sad about is the chicks that's like 34 and 40. Like, if you let a nigga trick you at 34, you should have got tricked. Like you should have got. You was too old to be falling for.
That's what I'm about to say. I believe all the girls he got outside of McDonald's. I believe them. They're crazy.
Them little girls, yes. The older women, I'm like, they had a lady up there, 63, took them out. And then I went to the concert. First of all, miss. If you let R. Kelly put you in a room and you 62, what the f is wrong with you? I'm just okay.
Wait, well, you guys saw the one where now what about the parents? You saw the one. He's so stupid. 62 can get their groove on. Remember a couple of shows ago? He said y'all got a little time late. Her time ain't up. She want to get her groove on.
I'm just saying, you can get your groove on, but if somebody making you pee in a bucket, no, fuck that. Like, okay, sorry.
Freak don't stop at no specific age. Stop it. And I mean, to my knowledge. Anyway, the one about the parents who went to the concert in Florida and let their 17-year-old daughter.
Oh, Regine. No, what's her name?
Go backstage. Yeah, I'm like.
Well, I mean, they was with her, but don't get me wrong. I'm not acting like all the parents.
He played them though. He played some
guilty parents in there that was pimping their kids.
But he played some of their parents though, because he had given his telephone number to one of the girls, and the parent didn't know. So by the time the parent found out, it was like, R. Kelly wants to sign me to a record deal. He wants to, right? So if you get in that you can't make kids put their phone down. It's really hard to make a young girl not do certain things. They're going to do whatever they want to do.
And then they got him the trafficking charges because you went across, you flew the girls across state lines.
Right.
And they found out that he forged a handwritten letter. First of all, he can't even write. You know what I mean? So, but they found him forging a letter like it was from the parents that she can leave the state. So that when you handed that over to the authorities to defend yourself, you automatically inadvertently purged. That's perjury. You federally you handed in a false document. That's fraud. And
that's fraud.
The fact that she got the plane ticket and they could pull up the records, that's trafficking.
And that's trafficking. As soon as you cross the state lines, that's trafficking.
But there's so many girls out here. I don't understand how people could go to jail. Like so many girls.
But they're underage. Like so.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But why do you concentrate on something or do something that you know is clearly illegal when there's so many legal options?
I think that's what makes it provocative. That's what makes it like it's like a forbidden fruit. It's the thing that you cannot touch, right? So the parents flipping out, wanting their kid back, just adds to the I'm the king on the throne. I'm untouchable. I'm above the law. It just adds to that.
No, just all you got to do is just keep committing adultery.
No, you can keep. Oh, here we go.
There's nothing criminal about it. It's wrong in an ethics way.
You want it, but it's the thing you want higher, right? You get it to this level, and then you want to go to 10, then you want to go to 20, you want to go to 30. It's just like you having like menage a trois talent.
There's something wrong with you.
Trips, you have menage a trois.
If you that person, something wrong. If you that person, then something is very wrong with you, because I could think of 100 things that, first of all, when I look at a child, I think of automatically, even before I had kids, I've always thought of protecting the child. Same way I do with a stray dog or cat. If they look like they need some or they're in harm's way, I've stopped at a hurt bird and stand there for 30 minutes trying to figure it out.
Trying to
You know what I
help
mean?
them.
Because your instinct as a human being, especially if you're older,
It's
is to protect. So how do I see something as a turn on in this thing makes me have a problem, makes me to be a monster? I'm sorry.
Right, right.
On
Shawn,
one hand, you're a genius with music, and that can't be denied. On one hand, you are a monster genius music producer, writer, and singer, and on the other hand, you like this thing that literally makes you a monster.
yeah.
Which book?
There's this theory called sexual transmutation, and what it talks about is how you can take your sexual desires and for women and turn it into success. And there's like a theory that a lot of great influential people do that. That's why the Jeffrey Epsteins is taking the desire of the young woman, having the sex with the young woman, and then transmutating that into wealth.
Well, you know who came up with that theory was Iceberg Slim. That's a pimp's theory.
Yeah, well, that's a theory that works. It's sad but true. And I think before Iceberg Slim, I used to love those books. Horse Son. Oh my God.
What they say about people who are geniuses or people who are on above that level of thinking that there's something wrong, like even though they're geniuses, there's something that they're missing or lacking on some kind of level. It could be a social level or on any, you know what I mean? There's something like all of the people that we see. And if someone says online that he calls himself the Pied Piper, so we know the story about the Pied Piper.
He said if 12 play, if you 12, you can play. He told us all the stuff. He told us
but
all the stuff.
Let me tell you something. Here's the problem. The problem is, I see in the foreseen future is people are going to start using mental illness for everything.
Right.
Once we put the high beam and the spotlight on mental illness, it's going to be what it is. Like this football player just got like 27 years for raping this handicapped person, right? Young lady. And
what kind of handicap was she?
I don't know what the specific handicap, but the point is they tried to, in his defense, they try to go right to the CTE thing. You know, the thing with the football players banging their head and
brain.
Yeah, it causes a mental rupture and all that. But my thing is, if I look in your track record, like Dave Meggett, who used to play for the Giants, if I can look in your track record and see you had a problem with raping and touching people against their will from high school, and you finally get that rape charge at the age of 38, 42, after you retire from the game, that's not CTE. That's not mental illness. You already had a problem.
You just got caught.
It's what you do. It's what you've been doing. Because again, I think talent, they already doing that. You said in the near future, but this is what they're doing now. Everything is something wrong with him or something wrong with her, and they jump right to that.
But you know why? Because we have pushed mental illness underneath the rug, and now everybody's talking about everything, and that's why. I think that being a sexual predator is an illness. It is an illness.
I don't think so.
Well, why would you say that? Why would you categorize it?
Because I feel like illnesses are things that you cannot control. And I think that oftentimes those people can't control themselves.
You don't think so?
I don't.
I think
because what they say is that when you were a victim, what happens is once you get older, you become the victim. So what happened is whatever trauma that they had experienced as a youth, what they do is they try to that has to be mental illness. Think about that.
Yeah, but what about the people, Onika, that don't have that in their background? That didn't happen to them. Because everybody don't trace back to, they did it to me. Everybody, that's not every pedophile.
I'm not saying everybody, of course not, but I'm saying
you have some, but then you have some that's not. So that's why I'm saying I don't believe it's necessarily a mental illness, because it's like the great debate of homosexuality. I'm born like this, or is a decision. You know what I mean?
They used to say that homosexuality was a mental illness. That was in
right, but now the argument is and this is in the courts and then on the floors of Congress. People are fighting, saying no, you're born like this, and then people are saying no, there's no genetic proof of that. There's no genes, so this is your choice. So that's the argument. So same thing with this here, because people with background is different and varies. Some people say, oh, it's a sickness because he was raped when he was little. But then you got the other 10 guys that nobody touched when they was little, and they just want to go against the grain and fondle and touch some kids.
But what does that mean? So they are sexually attracted to children. That is got to be a mental illness.
No, they nasty.
In addition to them being nasty, that is a mental illness.
I think sometimes we give people we give them that out by saying, yeah, this is a mental illness. That's what we got. And they fall right on it and use it as a crutch.
That's where I'm trying to say that it's about to go. We're doing it a little bit now, but it's going to be to the point in 5 to 10 years from now where you know how you can't say the N-word. You're not supposed to say nigger. You're not supposed to retarded. You're not supposed to say midget. You're not going to be able to say crazy. As loose as you say.
That's crazy, right? It's gonna be right.
It's got to go on there with a lot of things. I mean, again, like I said, we give. I like there are some cases. I totally believe that, but I just don't believe that's everybody. You know,
of course,
and if you can get away with it,
all would be a flaw,
right? But if you can get away with it, people are going to take advantage and get away with it.
Right, but if you deem it as a mental illness, can you give them some kind of pill, some kind of treatment to cure it? Is what I'm saying. It can't be, oh, you're just monstrous.
What if you kiss booty, right?
What you mean kiss booty?
You know what I mean.
Okay.
You had to hear it twice?
You know what I mean. Kiss booty.
Here we go with this bullshit.
I'm away from the word lick. What if you kiss booty? Everybody don't kiss booty, right? So can I claim that, well, you know, something wrong with me? You know, I have a mental illness, makes me want to kiss booty. Or is it just like, I'm just that nasty and I like to kiss booty?
Maybe they can give you a medicine that'll like take the shit desire out your throat. You know?
He didn't go deep into the anal segment. He said booty. There's several sections of the booty. You see how
you can't talk to Onika because you be tiptoeing around the obvious to give it the soft appearance, and here she go. Well, it's something for the shit.
That's why she wanted you to say it again. She's like, what? What you mean? You know exactly what, so that gives her the opening right there to say, well, talent started by saying this. He didn't even say nothing about that. He said kiss booty. You can kiss a booty cheek and be satisfied. What is wrong with you?
I cannot.
Oh shit.
Oh,
and you know what makes this I'm gonna tell you what makes this the worst.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
The worst thing is this was supposed to be a show on police brutality.
Well, Shawn probably gave the lady the wrong link.
Okay, here we go. Right. I gave her the link. Glenn's been sitting there the whole time. I gave Glenn the same link that I gave everybody. Now all of a sudden it's back. But Shawn ain't get you started talking about kissing booty and having nasty face in the mouth.
Talent topic. What the hell? Go to Talent. My mother always said, every time Talent say something, you never say shit to Talent. I don't know. Maybe because he's a comic.
You jump right behind Talent and you back Talent up.
Maybe he got a couple of shows in different places. Maybe Talent been some places we ain't been. So nobody comes with Talent but me.
Who jumped? You jumped on that.
Oh, little new comedian. Y'all always
jumped on it.
Oh, sorry.
I hope your mama's watching this show. She gonna blame me.
Who you want to say your mama? Why you say your mama like that, Ma? You heard
Mama.
You heard him how he's saying your mom. He's saying it like with disdain, Ma. He's saying like he has a problem with women, like you say. You say he might be the misogynist.
I have a problem with women? I thought you said Talent had a problem with women. He was the one, the misogynistic last week. How did I get
that was you. You was misogynistic.
It was you,
like Honest John. Tanner had a joke. Tanner said, I never massaged nobody. Something.
Right.
That was the joke. No, right, Shawn, don't try to get out of it.
You come off misogynistic, Shawn.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
With your with your toxic masculinity.
Oh, that's what it is too. Please keep talking. Let me know what your mama be saying about me behind closed doors. I have toxic masculinity.
Christ. Oh my God.
I believe
That's
you be feeding
hilarious.
into that.
That's
No, I can
hilarious.
tell her you so sweet and so nice. Whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
I
Well,
always get the
since
put.
we're on the topic, we might as well, you know,
Which
'cause
one, brother?
we're 10 minutes from the end. So hold up. We might as well touch on this Bill Cosby thing.
Okay, let's touch on
So
it.
he's recently been going viral. They've been getting on because a rumor came out he was looking ill or whatever.
Saw the picture.
Like TMZ put like an old mugshot out, but then his people released another shot with him on a virtual call, smiling or whatever. So he was getting all these views back and forth. Now, originally, I think Bill was set to serve 10 years. I think it's been how many already? 3? 2 or 3? Yeah, so, and he's been going back, you know, I think he's been approved. The appeal has been approved to go back in and appeal it and try to get out a little earlier than that or whatever the case may be. But I think, now talking on this same line that we're talking about, like a R. Kelly, I think this is a different situation. I don't think this is a guy with a problem per se. I think this is a man that came up in an era where things that are no longer tolerated was how you partied, you know? And I think he was always surrounded by people. We go back to the word opportunist. He was always surrounded by people who had an ulterior motive and wanted to get ahead in some form of fashion. Because if you look at every woman, that was their relationship with him. They was something trying to get something. There was
maybe he was offering something too, right? Because it's not like I'm just gonna come to you and be like, oh, you're gonna get me this deal unless you say I'm the dude that's gonna get you the deal if you do X, you know.
Well, but see, he's Cosby, so he's not the approacher. You know what I mean? He's in the place to be. People around him, if you will. Let's say he's in the Playboy Mansion, and Hugh Hefner comes over with a couple of ladies. Hey, have you met so and so? She works with Temple University or so and so. Blah blah blah. Now, in the conversation, once it gets to the level of conversing, then somebody may say in conversation what they're trying to do, and all you got to do is say to me, if I'm Bill Cosby, yeah, I'm trying to do blah blah blah, and I go, oh, you know, one of my alumnus or a friend of mine is the president of the blah blah blah, and now here comes that connection, like, oh, he can help me get from point A to point Z because he has to connect. That's all you need to be the beginning.
So then where's the pills coming from though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He grew up, he partied in an era where that was part of partying. Spanish Fly, if you listen to Bill's testimony, even in his depositions, he's always alluding to putting Spanish Fly in drinks and all the little pills. That's how they partied in the 70s and 80s.
But if you put the Spanish Fly in my drink and I don't know about it, you drugging me.
Okay, but what if he gave it to you and you took it?
Yeah.
Which is what was going on too.
That's different. That's like if somebody give you a Molly or something.
Yeah, but it's not different because they're saying.
But that's not what was happening in every case with Bill.
Not every case, but a lot of them.
Right.
Not
we
everyone.
just live in a different time. We live in a different time.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. So here's my thing, because this is my problem I have with cancel culture and today's rules and regulations. If you go back past 10 years with anybody, you're in a different time.
Right, because the toxic masculinity was all together. Like y'all was doing whatever hell y'all want to do.
And what flew back then don't fly today.
Thank you to the millennials.
For most of you people. I still do it. Forgot do them.
You ain't doing nothing. You like, is it okay? Or do you feel offended in any way?
No, I'm gonna pee on you, but we're gonna be in the shower. Ain't no rules against that. You getting peed on and cleaned up at the same time.
I think you can pee on people. As long as they not 12. And I think you can pee on people as long as there's no videotape of the peeing. I think that's.
If they don't ask you for that, you can still do it and it's okay? If they don't ask you for that?
I think what? If somebody pee,
that's a good question Shawn just said. If they don't ask you to do it, it's still okay. If we're in the shower, right? We're just after whatever, and in the shower because we think it's sexy and cute and we're washing each other up. And I just start peeing on you.
On you or just peeing, period? Like, because some people pee in the shower.
Not on me, on you. Don't put
You're not going to pee on me, nigga. What?
Don't put the pee back on me.
But how would I pee on you?
No, don't pee. No, don't say me. I say you.
No, what about peeing on you?
That's what I'm saying. That's off limits.
But why? You can get peed on too.
Nah, yo, we got different equipment.
No, women can pee standing up.
I know.
Okay, so you can get peed on too. All you gotta do is just hold it.
That's
shoot.
Sacrilegious.
That's not sacrilegious.
You know what you two are right now?
What are you talking about?
You two are like children who are tired.
First of all, you don't
right
know
now.
my religion. Don't tell me what's sacrilegious.
You two are like children who are sleepy right now. And
you
don't know
tell
what to
me
do
in the
with
Bible
yourself.
where it say don't pee on somebody. You just tell me where to say don't pee.
No, Shawn, you asked a valid question. I just expounded. That's a valid question. If something like that happens and
Tyler always talking buffoonery and he says like the big word. I just expounded. And then you want to take what he said. Like, it's still fuckery, talent. Nobody want to hear the shit you talking about. If you can pee on me, I can pee on you back. Okay, sorry. I expounded.
I choose to stay in this section with the vote behind me to be positive, because as soon as I say something, I'm attacking Onika. And so I need to.
Yo, you can say what you want to say. My
Shawn,
mother is already don't like you. It's
almost
like,
had a valid point, but what always happens with Onika, she has these flashbacks of when it didn't go good with some guy, right? And then I get lashed out on.
You know why I'm laughing? Because it seems that way.
Yeah, my shit was hypothetical.
It does every time. So you always bring up something like a scar.
Y'all sound like my therapist. Y'all sound just like my therapist.
As soon as we start talking about R. Kelly, you get something's up now.
Yo, you can't even throw out the hypotheticals. Y'all felt like I was really in the situation.
A pee on me or you pee on you?
That's my last hypothetical, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God. I hope you have a great
Tyler, I
time in
need one of them
Jamaica.
hats and I need one of them cups.
I hope you have a great time. Listen,
I got
9:27, y'all. I hope everything is okay with Phyllis. We'll check up on her where she would have been able to come through and have
a
we could
always come back next week.
Yeah,
revisit the main topics that we were going to do. But I'm glad we got a chance to touch on this because this whole thing, whether we're talking trafficking, pedophilia, it's running rampant, and we inadvertently got to touching on it and the different parameters of it, because Epstein is different from R. Kelly. R. Kelly is different from Bill Cosby.
I think that Epstein is kind of similar to R. Kelly. As really similar.
Not really. Because and I recommend this to everybody watching on all the Facebook pages that we share it on as well. Do your due diligence, and there's a couple of documentaries. Watch the Epstein documentaries and see how elaborately different they were. One was R. Kelly almost can hide behind what is it?
Celebrity?
Well, money makes you a celebrity sometimes. So not just that, but he can also hide behind, like your argument. He at times reached out and said what you said. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sick, whatever. Epstein never looked at himself or deemed himself as sick or have a problem.
Because he didn't do it. He had that woman do it, actually.
Yeah, but his money.
He made it a business.
Yeah.
R. Kelly was doing it for himself.
R. Kelly know how Epstein has an island where he finagled other people with the same intentions through. R. Kelly was for R. Kelly.
Right. R. Kelly did it for himself.
Right.
Epstein did it for other affluent people. And then he used it as a blackmailing tool so that he can make money.
Right. So two different.
He did the same thing, but very elaborate, is what I'm saying.
Right. Very elaborate.
Epstein made it a business.
Mm-hmm. So
R. Kelly didn't even give these girls a deal. Not even one deal. I'm saying you're going to keep me in a basement and tie me up and make me pee in a bucket and I can't even sing the hook?
Hold up. You can't say that because we did have Aaliyah.
But he married Aaliyah. I don't think he did all that stuff to Aaliyah.
That don't make no damn difference if she's underage.
That's true.
I can't believe you just said that shit.
I can't believe I said that either. Damn, sorry. Maybe I want to get married. I'm sorry. Pedophilia is wrong. Pedophilia is wrong.
But he bought a skateboard.
Shut up, Tyler. I wasn't thinking. Shut up.
Talent, man. Last word, brother. Final
Hey,
word.
and the
That's gonna make
final
me
word
lose
in
my career
closing,
before it gets started.
I want to thank all the people, as usual, on all the platforms that are dividing our time up and joining us on these missions. I call them missions. Enough is Enough, SC2020, where we're tackling topics. This wasn't our scheduled topic, but at least we're grown folks with stuff to say and opinions on things from voting to what we feel were people's rights, women's rights, men's rights, pedophilia, all that stuff.
Pedophilia is wrong. Even if you marry them and you R. Kelly and Aaliyah.
Exactly. And we just appreciate your time because this is an hour show where, especially now, people's hour is very precious. And you could be anywhere doing anything with that hour and you spent it with us. And I just want to say we greatly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Onika, final words, please.
Pedophilia is wrong.
You're right. You're right. Some people on Facebook agree. They all agree.
Leave them doggone kids
Listen.
alone, especially those doggone middle schoolers. It's hard in middle school. That's the like you know how hard middle school is, and people sitting up there targeting those kids with all those hormones and all that stuff raging and all that confusion, and then some adult swoops down and just makes it more confusing. It's crazy. Like protect our Black women. And protect women, period, but protect our Black women in particular, because we have been.
Tune in next week when we tackle bestiality.
We're not. We're going
Onika will be in Jamaica.
Talk about Black women. How can we support Black women? Right, Shawn? That's going to be the topic.
Don't try to be my friend now.
Ooh,
don't try to be my friend now.
Ooh.
You know, I'm not gonna go because we over time, but don't try to be my friend now. See how you come in, how slick you are?
Apologize.
See how you attacked the Black man 10 minutes ago?
And
now you want to be my friend? You didn't hurt my feelings. My feelings are intact.
Okay,
well, my final word. I was getting ready to tell you.
I apologize.
I was getting ready to say, have a nice trip. Yes, I accept your apology.
Until next week, nigga.
Until next week, right? Yeah, but don't listen. Don't let me do no juju on you going to Jamaica. Get over to Jamaica. Hey, we thank you guys so much, Facebook people, anybody sharing that watch tonight. We always try to have a little bit of fun while we educate. And Onika and Talent know I appreciate them tremendously. So we want you guys to have a safe week. People are saying have a safe trip, Onika.
We're gonna be turning up. I got these jokes ready. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I think you better go ahead. You got time now. We get ready to shut you down. Go ahead and practice. Get yourself situated. We want to know what's happening. We want to know what's happening Monday. Well, I got to be all that. You just said you're sorry to me, and now you just call me the N-word. You see how you do?
I'm sorry. We have to talk about the N-word too. We have to take that out.
See, that's an illness, Onika. That's an illness. We got to find a pill for that. God bless, man. You guys have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Oh, my God. Hilarious.